So today is Thursday, and I'm not at work. Hurrah! I was off yesterday, but I had a lot of things I needed to do. And so yeah, so today I'm off work, and one of the things I've been wanting to do is to go over to a church over at Fornham, which isn't too far. It's Fornham St Genevieve. There's not a lot left of it apparently, but there was a battle there, and I never knew anything about this battle until recently. 1193 I think it was. Some rebels from France and a mercenary came over and lost. I'll put the details in the description, and I just thought it might be a nice interesting ride out. And I had sort of planned to go on the Royal Enfield, the classic 500, but I thought, you know what, I've got the Bonneville. It's a long time since I've ridden it. It needs to come out the garage. We've had a huge quantity of rain on the roads. I'm hoping there's not too much salt, and I'm just going to have to clean it and pardon me, and prep it again. And I had some problems with the Bonneville where it had no revs between sort of 1500 and 2200. It had been back a couple of times to Lings and they'd reset it and didn't make any difference, and was a little bit annoyed. I sort of made to feel it might be me, but I'd mentioned this at Orwell, and they had another Triumph T120 in, an older one than mine, and so I went and asked if I could ride it just to do a comparison, and they kindly offered one of their younger members of team to also ride them, both bikes back to back. Very talented young man, and he did, and he came back and he agreed with me, and he said it might be just the ECU thing or the management, I can't remember, whatever it is, just needs resetting. And I said, well, it has been reset. And he said, yeah, he said, would you like us to do it? And I said, yes please. And they took it round the back, reset it, had it for a little while, made me a nice cup of coffee while they did so, I came back, and I didn't ride it much after that, but it was better, and as you can see now, it's perfect. So I can get that low rumble sound that I like. It's much smoother, and I might even say Betty is my Bonneville, that's the name I gave to might have been a little bit tamed, because at slow speeds she was a monster, she really was. Clearly not so now. And despite all my moanings about Triumph, I do love them, and yes, they're overpriced, Oh well, I think they're overpriced, but they're good motorcycles. I mean, nobody makes a bad motorcycle, and that's the biggest problem now, I think, for companies like BMW and Triumph. The new Triumph Tiger is supposed to be lighter, it's supposed to be really good. I'd love to have a ride on one, maybe, if I could persuade Triumph, after all the bad things I've said about them, to let me have a test ride on one. They did let me out on the Thruxton. Don't know what's going on there. On the phone, at least they're stopped. And I've got to say, the Thruxton is a marvellous beast, and I would quite like to own a Thruxton one day, but with the introduction of the BSA Gold Star at a much more affordable price, I think it will be that I buy, providing that they can produce them. I had a conversation with my brother yesterday, I think it was, and we discussed the BSA, and we both said we really want one. And I mentioned, well, you know, to get it out for spring, they've got 3 or 4 months to establish a dealer network and produce a substantial number, because there are so many people I've spoken to who have said they want one. Now, of course, talk is cheap, but it is still going to be quite difficult to produce the quantities, I think, that they are going to sell. They're going to steal from Triumph, they're going to steal from Royal Enfield, and there's all the people that buy anyway. And I don't know that they're going to be able to make those orders, and we might be waiting for months and months. And I hate waiting, absolutely hate it. If I can't have it when I buy it, I lose interest. I had to wait long enough for Betty, and the Royal Enfield for that matter. The Royal Enfield was delivered, well, finding one isn't that easy since they stopped making them. They seem to have become very popular, and it had to be delivered down from Manchester, and to get that delivery I had to wait until they were coming down this way. So I forgot where I was going now with it. Yeah, so I just don't know if they are out March, April time. I'll probably go for one. If not, it might be a Thruxton. So, yes, so today my intention is to go and have a look at this church. There's only the tower left, and it is on private land, but I had a look on Google Earth, and I'm hoping Google Earth isn't too out of date, There is a country park there full of, you know, the mobile home cabin type things, and Fornham Hall has been converted into flats and things, so it might be that I can actually get there without getting accosted by security or anything. It might be that we actually have free access to it. If we were in Scotland, we most certainly would. Very different rules in Scotland when it comes to the right to roam. There's a YouTuber, Wee Jaunt. Absolutely love his videos. Goes off all over on a Himalayan. Very interesting, very knowledgeable. Either he does a lot of research or he's a bit of a historian. I don't have the time to put into that. If you want to talk about legal malarkey, then I'm your man. I can talk all day about that. But isn't Suffolk a beautiful place, even in winter? I don't know what those two were they geese or whatever? Stood there like storks, they were. Someone's been dragging their harrow a bit low by the looks of this road, unless it's one of those things they do to roads to try and make them give more traction in the rain. Play havoc with it if you're on a motorbike. So now, up here, I think we do a right. I keep feeling like it's Wednesday and it's not, it's Thursday. Bit of blooming dementia sitting in there. So let's see if this is the right way. This is the country park on the left. Of course, is this it? No, this isn't it. Okay, it's closed. Aspen, that is the place, but can we get in? Well, by the way, on the weather front, well, it's only 5 degrees. As a comparison, it feels positively balmy. Now here we go. Very interesting. There we go, I can see the church tower behind the building there. It says private property, keep out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to park this here and just have a quick gander before anybody comes. Let's have a quick look. See if we can see it. I don't think we can. No doubt get into trouble for this. If someone come and shout, "You're trespassing." Never caused any damage. Well, there we are, look. There it is. Beautiful. What a setting. It almost looks like a setting for a battle, doesn't it? You can feel it. There might be a battle soon if someone comes out that house. Get accosted. They steal my steed. A triumph, a triumph, a triumph Got birds living in there. Beautiful. How marvellous to live here. Excellent. Sorry if my heavy breathing's coming out, but I've got so much gear on. As I say, it's not that cold, but what a sight. What a sight indeed. The river's down there somewhere, I think. They chased them off across there. My kingdom for a triumph. I mean, look at it. Just look. That's beautiful, isn't it? Anyone who says it's not, it's simply mad. Right, let's get out of here before we get shot. You know what these Suffolk people are like. Marvellous, I've done it anyway. I'd like to have spent more time, but we are intruding. It quite clearly states private property, bog off. But very interesting nonetheless. Maybe I need to befriend the people in that house. Oh, this road's nice.